Welcome to 949 Racing. And take a quick look at our latest S1 build. This car, we call this one Vegas. It's MB1. Vegas because when we bought it used, it had this really tacky key fob that said Vegas on it with a bunch of gold and glitter. So, boom, that was the name. So here, you can see we've cut the frame rail, basically the core support that goes in front of the radiator. That allows us to get much better airflow to the radiator. And you see we mount the intercooler down low, a little bit of an air gap, but this is all open through the bumper skin to get the maximum cooling. Put a push bar in here. Kind of don't need this, as we don't really bump draft in S1, but the opportunity remains there. If we do bump somebody, it won't go in and crush the front of the car. Had it painted dove gray, so it makes it easier to spot oil leaks and stuff like that. It makes it easier to work in the engine compartment. This one's seam welded, fully seam welded, and what makes this one unique is we added these shock tower braces along with all the seam welding. We had to relocate the ABS. You see here, it's got a different bracket. Normally it sits a little further over here, so we had to relocate that, built that in, and then the booster wouldn't fit here. The brake booster wouldn't fit down in here. Oh, so the light will catch that. So what we did, we're going to switch this over to a non-booster brake system. So we'll have some tilting pedals in it, so we can play around with the master cylinders, which are individual, front and rear, on the pedal assembly, and allow us to run this thing without a booster. I was concerned with this, fast as the S1s go, I wanted to have another kind of level of safety past what a normal spec Miata cage is. With that in mind, we've tied in, let's see if you can see this here, the A-pillar bars are tied into the A-pillar, which obviously you can't do in spec Miata. And then there's additional attachment points back here. This light is probably playing havoc with the camera. As you can see, this is all tied in a little differently than we would normally do. These pedals will come out and we'll have the tilt and pedal assembly in there. What else? So yeah, the paint. Well, the purpose of this video is to show you the paint. It's very sparkly. So this is basically our bass boat orange. I don't know if this will come out in the video, but we've got a whole bunch of sparkles on it. It's almost dark from all the sparkles, depending on what angle you catch it at. So we're going for kind of a garish, over the top, well, Vegas look for the car. So it's orange with a bunch of sparkles in it. Push bar in the back. This one here, we've got some ducts that we built in the rear fenders. I don't know if you can see these. They'll come up in the camera or not, probably not. There's a hole there with a screen, and that feeds through the trunk for the diff cooler and the trans cooler. Let me go over here. You can see these. So these will exit out the back of the car. It's a diff, little C-trab, thermostatically controlled diff and trans cooler. The push bar here in the back, it bolts to the OEM plate, so this can actually be removed, which I probably will, because I don't think we're going to be doing much bump drafting in S1. We haven't so far. What else? TC Designs built the cage, so the hardtop mounts are built into the cage, so it just sits right on. It's real easy to get the hardtop off of it. Built the dash. Let's see. It's kind of hard to get this light. It's so harsh here early in the morning. It's mostly just shadow. I don't know if it'll come out or not. You can see the dash. It's kind of aimed and tilted towards the driver. Pretty clean interior. So anyway, that in its current state is Vegas. This should be done in probably about a month and a half or so. We'll be racing it. Of course, it'll look a lot different with the big. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you the fenders. These are custom steel flares. These stick out about an inch wider than the OEM, so it's wider here and wider up top, and they're blended into the car, so they're permanent. And the front fenders the same way. We have some custom steel front fenders that are wider than stock too. All right, see you at the track.